What's up folks, it's 2bricks, and if you recently saw my big roundup of reviews of May the 4th sets, you probably saw my Droideka review here and saw that I really liked it, and that Droideka set actually came with a pretty nice, or at least I think respectable, minifigure scale Droideka. You know, it's about the right height, the shaping is decently good, and it conveys what it needs to convey, pretty well. It's not the greatest, but it definitely works, and it's better than a lot of the ones that LEGO has done in the past. So the thing that I thought was really cool about this, though, is that they recolored, or I actually don't know if it is recolored, but they introduced this hip piece here in light bluish gray, stripping off all the stuff that we don't need to see. So this piece right here, which previously existed as a transparent piece, I thought, and I'd never really considered using it for a Droideka before because I didn't want to use the transparent color. But the actual other difference for this is actually turns out to be a new piece because it's got the hole in the top there, and it's actually got a thicker frame around it. So it's a little bit of a different piece, but same idea. So when I saw this was a new piece and that it was available in light bluish gray and that it was being used for Droideka hips, I just thought, well, this is a great opportunity to try to build a new Droideka around this piece that is the same kind of rough scale here, minifigure scale, but that just captures all the details that the larger model so beautifully captures, and give it the same treatment at this tiny scale and make it scale to minifigure. So here I have my handy Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon figures for size purposes, for demonstration. So let's take a look at what I came up with. All right, and here it is. This is my minifigure scale Droideka model, and using the same hip piece there, but to a slightly different effect, a slightly different way than how they used it in the official one. And so I'll get into all of that in a second when I show you guys the close-up. But you can see here the head, the shell, the legs, and even the little pistons there that kind of actuate the arm cannons, all are present here. The only thing that I would say that I wasn't able to get is just the shoulder armor piece, just because I didn't want it to be too bulky around the side here. It's already fairly wide. I didn't want it to be any wider than this. But everything else that you would want to see, even that flat sleek head, is all represented in here at, I would say, pretty much exactly correct minifigure scale. It's the same height as a human being should be, and obviously Star Wars minifigures are all the same height, so they kind of average out to roughly something like 6 feet. So that's approximately where the Droideka hits. So it's perfect. And so yeah, let's get in and take a close look at this and see all the little features and functions that it has. All right, so giving you a little kind of look around all the different angles of the Droideka. You can see here that the continuation of the armor piece from the tip of the head down to the back here works pretty well, pretty smooth and seamless. The shell gets a little bit wider around the back here, which I feel like is sort of canonically accurate, or at least it feels right. And then we have the posable legs down at the bottom here. I say posable only in the sense that they can be sort of rotated left to right. So the reason why it's a little bit different to what LEGO did is that LEGO relied on these claw pieces, right? And they were clipping those into these parts right here, whereas I'm relying on the section with the bar-sized hole in it to actually place these awesome minifigure display stand pieces, which come at the exact perfect angle and allow you to then plug in those minifigure claw or horn pieces to give you the perfect shape for the legs. I was really happy that I was even able to get the little armor piece down here, that these little brown armor plates that fold and unfold. So those are attached just very simply. They're using clips onto the remaining bar sections of this hip piece. And then the arms are somewhat posable. You can actually rotate them at the shoulder so they can be firing upwards. You can actually have the head looking up as well, so they can be shooting up at enemies up above. And then also you can splay the angle of the guns so they can be either more in or more out, depending on the style that you like for your Droidekas for the look. I like to keep them almost facing straight forward. And then you can see down in here, like I said, the little minifigure hands acting as the pistons there just lines up perfectly into this little gap, this little channel created here between the two studs. So it just looks like it's connected in there, and it feels very satisfying indeed. So yeah, this is about the extent of it. And let's take a look at it in the ball configuration, because everybody wants to know, can your Droideka become a ball? That's like the key thing. Let's see. All right, there you go. It's a ball. This is pretty much exactly the same idea that you'd get out of the larger one. The only difference being just the slight difference in the way that the arms actually fold up, so the arms retract backwards instead of forwards. So the head of the Droideka is down here, so you can go ahead and like unfold the spine a little bit so that it's straight. You can pull down the hips from below, like so. And then it's probably easier if you actually just remove the hips, and then you can swivel the legs back around to the standing position, like so. Takes a little bit of fiddling because there's multiple rotational points, you know. And then you can reattach the hips, like so. And then you just swivel the guns around so that they're facing the front again. And then we want to bring the hands that make the photoreceptors out into the front position again, and then rotate down the arms back into their horizontal firing position, like so. And let's do some fine tuning, and there you go. It's back into you know, regular fighting mode. And of course, you know, that takes a little longer than if it was happening on screen, but it is doable, and you can have your Droideka displayed in both attack mode like this and in the rolled up configuration as well. And you know, that's what counts. So there you go. I hope to see this model populating a lot of different MOCs and things. I'm giving the instructions for this for free. You could probably just see how to build it right here, but I'm going to be putting it on my Rubricable page anyway. Yeah, just as a free little thing, just for all of you guys to enjoy on this 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace and LEGO Star Wars. It's a great time to be putting up LEGO Star Wars MOCs. So this little one, I think, has been a long time coming. I did have a Droideka before. It was quite overscaled because I was trying to, once again, capture everything that I wanted to see about a Droideka, but I just didn't know how to scale it down appropriately. And I think that this one is much, much closer, and I'm really, really happy with it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Are you going to be building one of these? Do you like it? Do you think that I hit the mark with this? Are the Jedi any match for Droidekas? You know, let me know all your thoughts down in the comments. I look forward to hearing it. And one last thing that I forgot to show you is that if you want to take one of these bubble pieces here in the blue, you can just literally place it on the top to do the shield generator effect. That was something that I actually saw someone do on Instagram with their own Droideka model, and I thought that was such a cool thing, and I had one lying around, so I thought I'd show you what it looks like. Very awesome. So that's just another little extra layer of functionality that you can bring in there if you so choose. But yeah, so that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to get to work on the next video. I have lots more content on the way. Thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing like I know that you're going to do, and I'll see you on the next video.